Hey, thanks for clicking on my video. My name is Rocky, and this is going to be the review of the pilot episode of The Flash. I will be doing weekly reviews of the show, so I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the things I liked about it. Right off the bat, we had a great synopsis of his origin, starting from his childhood, with the death of his mother, and the imprisonment of his father, as well as what he saw as a child. He still wasn't sure exactly what he saw, some mysterious force around his mother. From there, we go right into essentially his return from Starling City. Meeting up, we get introduced to Iris West, who is essentially kind of his love interest, but not really. She views him as a brother, so it makes it kind of awkward when he's trying to ask her out. She definitely doesn't pick up on those signs, but Grant Gustin pulled off the role of Barry Allen amazingly. Also do want to say that it was nice seeing the actor that played Henry Allen, Barry Allen's father, was actually the actor that played in the Flash TV series back in the 90s. So it was definitely nice to see him on the show. So again, with the origin, we go right from meeting up with Iris, going to the particle accelerator, and then the eventual explosion and lightning bolt that gave Barry his powers. So really quick origin there. He wakes up in Star Labs. We're introduced to Dr. Harrison a little bit better. He had a brief moment of introduction prior to the explosion. We get Dr. Harrison. We get Caitlin and Cisco. They're kind of like the three people that he's going to work with throughout the show. So we get the introduction of those characters, and we get basically kind of an explanation of what may have happened to Barry. He's healing faster, his heart beating rapidly, so much so that hospital instruments weren't able to detect it. So just a lot of information in a short amount of time, but it was presented very well. So right from there, we get Barry trying to basically get back into his life. So I really love the times between Barry and Iris. Those actors played off each other very well, definitely chemistry there. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that gets built throughout the series. Barry with Detective West, who essentially was his surrogate father. Always looking out for Barry, but it was nice seeing that connection between the characters built right off the bat, as you know, this is going to be pretty important throughout the show. There were a lot of references to potential other characters, as well as we get a nod to Gorilla Grodd with the destroyed 8-pen with Grodd written on the side of it. Caitlin and Cisco both have comic book characters based on them as well. Whether they're going to develop in that way, don't know yet. We'll just have to see what happens, but it's just nice seeing that right off the bat. We're introduced to a very good villain for our Flash right off the bat, which is the Weather Wizard, though he doesn't go by that name yet. Essentially, the particle accelerator explosion gave him the ability to control weather, like it gave Barry the ability to run really fast. So from there, Barry gets the idea that there's going to be other metahumans out there, confronts Harrison about it, gets a little bit more information as far as what happened when the accelerator exploded. We get all kinds of dark energy, theoretical science, basically, pseudoscience, some say. All these different types of energy coming into our world and how it's going to affect people they don't know. Barry's the first one they found, and now we have the Weather Wizard and 12 other characters definitely throughout the show. So it definitely promises that we're going to see a lot of superpowered heroes as well as villains, which is different than we get in Arrow, which makes sense because Arrow isn't really super powered, so he can't really take on those kind of threats. So we're going to get that payoff with the Flash. We do get the crossover between Flash and Arrow in this, as Barry runs to Starling City to talk to Oliver, as that's Oliver's the only superhero he knows of. So Oliver takes on a little bit of that mentor role, trying to build up Barry's confidence in himself, advising that, he wasn't just struck by lightning, he was chose by it. Which brings up interesting ideas about the possibility of them actually bringing in the Speed Force and the idea of it. Could go on about that for a while, but essentially the lightning and the chemicals that gave Barry his powers created what's called the Speed Force, which is what the majority of the DC Speedster characters tap into. Now, I don't know how much they're going to play on that on the show yet, but there's definitely hints at the Speed Force, visual cues, especially in the incident with Barry's mother that he has a flashback of while he's training, where he actually sees what could be a reverse Flash. Now, there's a lot of different Flash characters in the comics, so this may or may not be the Professor Zoom reverse Flash. It could be a completely different Flash character. Don't know yet, but it was definitely nice to see that. So definitely a lot of character introductions to this. We do get the central story, which is Barry, wanting to use his powers to help. So from there, springboards to him confronting the Weather Wizard. Weather Wizard creates essentially a giant tornado because he's trying to think big, think bigger, think of ways to use his powers. So he basically considers himself like God. He actually states that in the episode. So he's a bit, psychotic in the head. But he creates this giant tornado, and Barry tries to basically run around it. Doesn't quite work out for him the first time, but then he gets a boost of inspiration from Dr. Harrison that gives him just the edge he needs to push through. So really good. Looking forward to seeing the development between Dr. Harrison and Barry's character, because it definitely take on that almost mentor role as well, but more of a scientific standpoint. So really, really awesome characters. Great acting in this. I didn't really have a problem with anyone's acting in this. I thought everyone did very well. The pacing of the episode did great. Definitely, there's a tease at the end of the episode, which, gives us the possibility we may be dealing with some time travel. So definitely keep, watch the entire episode through. Anyone that's read the Flash comics knows that time travel is kind of integrated within the character. There's lots of different instances of time travel, so I think we're going to see quite a bit of that in this series. At least I do hope so. Problem with that is with time travel, it can cause, plot holes and misconnections. So I hope they take their time with it and do these episodes well, like they did with the pilot. Strong writing, strong acting. I think this is going to be a very, very great show. Definitely looking forward to the rest of the season. Like I said, didn't really have any problems with it. Love the show, love the acting. So yeah, let me know in the comments below. What did you think about The Flash? What things did you notice? What subtle, maybe Easter eggs did you notice that maybe I didn't mention? Definitely let me know in the comments below. Would love to hear and talk with you guys about it. If you do get into anything kind of spoilery, definitely just, put a comment tag on there for spoiler, just so people know, because some people don't want to, know everything that goes on in the comics, because it could spoil what's going to happen with the show. But again, really great show. Looking forward to the series. Let me know what you guys think. If you like the video, definitely go ahead and click that like button. Share this. I definitely appreciate that. And definitely subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I will be doing weekly reviews of this. So, like I said, Flash off to a great start. Really looking forward to it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.